10 days. The first 2 weeks of practice was a little, especially when we started doing everything. Now when we do, basically, offensively, give them everything, and then as the game gets closer, it's actually easier because it's a finite game. 10 days into training camp, it's infinite. All the plays, all the looks, all the blitzes, and now it's very finite. It's done very well.
The other thing, Coach Johnson's been adamant that he wants to play 8-10 guys on the defensive front. Do you see that happening Saturday?
Sure.
You seen?
I think we have to because of the tempo, and I think that for the first time since we've been here, we actually have depth. There was times where the D-line would look tired, you went like this, standing. There wasn't a guy behind him. Now we have some guys who can play.
And with Jalen Holmes, is he starting ahead of Sam Hubbard?
No, he's in a rotation.
Just in a rotation.
Second row, Bill.
Urban, you said the other day, when talking about offensive balance, you have 50-50, 250, 250. How do you get that offensive identity? Last year you had Zeke, you had so many other weapons, and it seemed like you had trouble finding that exact identity. How do you do that?
How do you do it? That's
What do you want it to
the
be?
last 3 weeks. And it's, part of, when you start saying we had some issues in the offensive line as far as pass protection last year, and that also was involved in the lack of production from the receivers and the quarterback. The fact that we were playing 2 different quarterbacks at times, a little bit, the continuity was not what you wanted. So there's a variety of reasons. That's when we practice everything. You said, how do we get it? How do you develop an offensive line? Go practice your tail off for 3 weeks and continue working at it.
You feel pretty good about where you are in the process right now?
Pretty good, yeah. D-line, especially, that's the hardest starting position there is, especially in a passing game because of constant pass rush. You can't go hard every snap. You're playing 80 snaps, but you can go hard for 4 if you know someone's coming in and give you a blow.
Front row left, Ari.
Urban, obviously all of your previous stops as a head coach, when you got there, if I'm remembering this correctly, you had to install your version of your offense. And I was just wondering if you could take us through a little bit about the challenges of installing a new offense with personnel that maybe doesn't fit exactly what you want to do, and can you maybe put yourself in Mike James's position right now, having, if he's going to do the whole Texas Tech 5 wide thing?
Yeah, but I think the guy that just left was very similar. It might have been a little different, but more of a Baylor as opposed to Texas Tech, but it's still a spread the field type, high emphasis on throwing the ball and a lot of receivers. So I have had challenges. The first year here was a big challenge. Very good players, not in the system that we have, so we changed our system. And that's where I think a lot of the guys make mistakes. Wait 2 years. You don't have 2 years, so you better adapt. That's what I think the job of the offense coordinator is, and coaching staff. Take what you have and utilize it. Change your scheme if you don't have the personnel.
And one other thing, kind of off topic, going back to earlier in the week, I don't want to bring the Torrance Gibson thing back up. We've talked a lot about, the past few weeks about your guys' scholarship situation, and I didn't know if there's an emphasis with players on your team, if you discussed it about the premium value of their scholarship at this point, in terms of, like getting in trouble, maybe. Does the leash or the ability to stay on the team based on infractions ever shift based on your guys' scholarship numbers, and do you have to discuss, like, hey, this is the time when you guys can't mess up?
No, I think I can assure you we don't say, well, now you can mess up.
Yeah, you know what I mean, though. But like, just
I kind of do, but no, it's day to day, man. We're dealing with 18 to 21-year-olds on a college campus, and it's every day. It's every day. And the scholarship numbers, that's something that we work through as we're moving on. That has no bearing on. Hey, you better watch it now. That's every day.
Far left, Tony.
What did Jordan Fuller do to get into the 2D?
Practice really good, and he's a very mature player. He's going to have a nice career here. He's still got a ways to go, but and that was Cam Burrows. Cam got hurt. Jordan moved up. Jordan's doing pretty good.
How many more freshmen do you expect to play that aren't on the 2D?
Oh boy, I can't remember if Keandre's on. I just don't have it too deep in front of me. I think it'll be more than obviously playing on the 2D. I hope.
Well, literally everybody wants their flag strike.
No.
Probably play.
Oh,
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's different.
Okay, last question right here, Austin.
6:15, huh?
Email I got said 6:30. My mistake.
It's Woody time, 6:15.
Lesson learned. Sorry if you've been asked this. We've known and talked about, spring and training camp, that JT would have all that he should be better with all that time that he's had the last couple of years. But how is he better?
He's outstanding. He's on top of his game, I'm proud to say. He's a very good player, very good leader, and he's driving a car. He's never had that this time of year. The first time he got his first start, he certainly wasn't driving the car. He was in the front seat somewhere, but he wasn't driving. And now it's his, and he's really done a nice job. Very proud of him.
How does that feel different for you compared to?
Well, I mean, the backup's never taken a snap in a college game, so it's a little, I'd rather have three, I hear people say, I'm glad you said one, now I'm sure four. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about getting this team ready. But JT's good, and right now Joe Burrow's the backup, and it's just really good to get ready to